How's it going, Southbridge? This is your host, Charles Diaz with Southbridge Community Television, and we are here joined by one of our great friends of the community, Margaret Morrissey, who is here to give us some updates on what's going on at the library and what you should know about what's going on at the library.
Thank you, Charlie. So, as usual, we have quite a full program for the month of February. We have an art show for the month, which is the Willem Bullard collection, which is people of colour. We've done smaller shows in the past, pieces of this collection, which is 207 pieces. So the hope is to at some point have shown all the parts. It's a community that was on Park Ave, just off Park Avenue in Worcester, called Beaverbrook. And it's very interesting to see African Americans in their setting, all thriving, doing various things in their community, and I think it would be interesting for people to see it.
And we did a show, I think, last year, right?
Yeah, yes. And we're celebrating Black History Month as well. Yeah. So Frank Morrill, who owns the collection, will be here on Thursday, and he will give a lecture and talking about how he came across the collection, what he has done, and he has found some really great research, which is amazing. You know, connecting who these people are and connecting them with their relatives who are still around. So it's an amazing show.
That's great.
The Central Massachusetts Regional Planning are offering us a bike safety show, which will be showing people how to really master bike safety, how to use your bike correctly, choosing the right lights, how to maintain the bike, and just anything to do with bicycles and being safe on the road. And I think that's pretty important. And just so you know, they usually have little freebies that they give out at programs, so that's a possibility.
And is that more geared towards like an evening type?
Yes, that's February 15th.
Okay.
So,
I want to say that's before February vacation for the kids, I think, right?
Yes. And it's on 6:30 to 7:30. So it's an evening program, so people could get to it. We also have Margarita Morrissey, sorry for the fumble there, who is an author, first-time author of a historical novel. She's from Puerto Rico but living in Boston, and she's excited to come out and talk about her first book, which is a historical novel called A Delicate Marriage. And she's also going to talk about the artwork of the cover, because apparently it's very typical of Puerto Rican graphic design. So that'll be an interesting thing to see. And that's on Wednesday, February the 28th at 2 o'clock.
Okay, so an nice little author talk. So afternoon, if you don't catch it in live, you can also catch it live on Facebook.
Exactly. So then another Cultural Council funded program is on Thursday, February the 29th. It's called Hildeland. They're a group of a fiddler and a mandolinist. The fiddler is from Scotland, and actually she and her partner in music, Hildeland, they're just coming back from Scotland, having been there for a month, today actually. And they're going to be at the library on the 29th from 6:30 to 7:30. It'll be a kind of an interesting Scottish Americana blend. Awesome. So I think that should be interesting, and it just shows the diversity of what's out there and that we're able to
and it's
post.
It's already stirred up quite a bit of engagement. I think even we've posted on our Facebook page about it to kind of get the word out.
That's great.
So it should be a good show to definitely come and check out.
Thank you. So then we have a teen program on the 24th, which is Saturday, and it's celebrating National Bird Feeding Month. So you can make a craft with our teen librarian. In the children's room, we have a series of programs presented by the YMCA Family and Community Partnership, and we've been working with them as partners for a couple of years now, and the programs are very popular, and we always reach, this is one of the few programs that we have that you actually have to register, but I encourage people to keep registering because sometimes there is a gap and you can get in. But it's very popular. It's using music and sound and singing to help the developmental stages for children. And so there's a very small group from the 6 to 24 month group, which is a new group. And then we have the regular 2 to 5 age group. So we have two different groups, but they're always on Tuesdays. But it is sign up only, so people please do register and we'll see if you can get in. And there's a special program that the Children's Room is hosting on the 22nd of February. With Ed the Wizard. People will remember him as like a magician and whatever. He's been many times in Southbridge. But he's going to come and do a STEM program, which is based on like aerodynamics and the history of flight.
Oh, fun.
So given the fact that we have an airport in Southbridge, this is a nice kind of segue, and hopefully kids will get to go and visit the airport as well after making their own toy plane.
Awesome.
So I think that's basically it, except for the things that we usually provide, which people may not know about. And if I have a minute, I could maybe talk about
Absolutely. I figured we could segue into that. I know you, and before we do that, just with how would folks just stay in touch with all these different events? So like, how do they register, or how would they know to register? Is there a way that they can, is there a newsletter?
Yeah, so our website is probably the prime place to contact the library. So it's jacobedwardslibrary.org. And all our programs are listed there. And then we also have a newsletter which you can sign up for through the website, and you'll see the spot there. And the newsletter reaches 1,700 subscribers. So it does reach quite a few people, and that's really our main way of sending out information.
Okay.
But we also use Facebook and Instagram as well. And thanks to Southbridge Community TV, we also promote our programs through YouTube. And we have quite the archive at this stage, which is really nice to see.
So that's right. So if you go to Southbridge Community Television on our YouTube channel, we have a playlist that's just dedicated to Jacob Edwards Library. So anything that we've pretty much have produced through the station of the library, you can definitely check out there. So any author talks that you've wanted to check out, any of the past events or concert series that they've done at the library, go to our YouTube channel and you'll see them there. So
people mightn't realize that at the library we have things like snowshoes, if we had snow, but we do have snowshoes to loan out for free. We have hotspots, so if you want to keep your connectivity, if you're traveling, or if you need to increase your connectivity because you're doing gaming or something like that at home, you can borrow these devices for a week and increase your connectivity.
I can tell you from experience, I've done it and have gotten the opportunity to go and get one of these hotspots in London, and they've been amazing. Just even here for the station, we've done live events here to capture football games, and we're able to use it. And awesome feature and thing that you guys allow the community to have.
Yeah.
But they need what to be able to have this be?
Everything is predicated on having a library card. So you can sign up online and then just come to the library with your ID, and with that you can exchange your ID, for giving the staff member a look at your ID, we give you a card.
Yeah.
So it's that simple, or you can just come in and do the paperwork at the desk at the library. But yeah, having a library card is just equivalent to having a credit card, but there is no charge on the library end.
But I think it's a lot better than a credit card. I mean, you get so much. I mean, there's so many resources that you have, which that's just the tip of the iceberg. Is there other things that we might have missed?
Well, there's something else that people may not be aware of. Because people live in Massachusetts, you can get an e-card to the Boston Public Library. So that gives you access to all the electronic resources that the Boston Public Library has, which is phenomenal, as you can imagine. So that makes us still as relevant, even though we're the small little library in the small town, in the central Massachusetts, but we still have access to all this powerful information. So it's just a matter of people harnessing the resources that are there. And we'd love to have the opportunity for people to come in and ask us to show them what we can, what we have. The library in Southbridge has things like Libby and Hoopla, and they're two streaming services.
Oh, wow.
So with your library card again, you can access all these resources like ebooks, audiobooks, movies, magazines.
So we definitely got a lot of information in a short amount of time, but we're hoping to do this at least monthly to keep the audience, our residents here in Southbridge, aware of what's going on with the library. Get out there, get your library card, and and unlock all these different resources that they have available for you, which I can say from experience, I am so happy to have my library card here. I didn't think I'd ever say that, but here I am, 42 years old, and I love having a library card. So.
Yay!
Margaret, thank you so much.
Thank you, Charlie.
To everyone at home, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.